Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Market Watch, a weekly segment where we talk about the Digimon card game market. We're in that awkward time of space where a new format's starting, but we also have a big tournament coming up so close to the new format in the terms of Ultimate Cups, and the market's a little bit odd right now. We're going to cover it, but we're also going to cover a bunch of things that we haven't discussed in a really long time. So I'm really looking forward to opening up that discussion again. So if you guys enjoy this content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell to smash potatoes. That way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos do come out. Also, I forgot to mention it. I don't know how I forgot to mention it, but you need to follow me on Twitter. Please follow me on Twitter. If you look at my profile, I've got 704 followers. If I can get like 800 by the end of the week, that would be really cool. So if you guys want to help me with that, let me know. And as usual, we're having one of our Wednesday night circuit tournaments. And more information can be found in my Discord, link description below. Let's start this market watch here. I'll close this up. And Omnimons is what we always start with. Not a whole lot to report in the Omnimon market today. Zort defeat, regular art's down a little bit lower. Alternate art continues to go up. And everything else is just kind of the same. Nothing really exciting to report here. Still out of stock, still $20,000, still $889. I guess it's a little bit different from last week, but you know, nothing really changed, nothing to report this week. Now, sealed product. I don't really talk about this often because I think anyone that's watched me for a very long time knows my views on sealed product, especially Booster Set 1.0. This will go up in price over time. If you're holding sealed 1.0 boxes or cases like I am, you're going to be very rewarded in the future. Other sets are kind of yet to be determined because a lot of sets are printed really heavily. Set 1.0 is not. And while there's, I'll call it speculation that Set 1.0 is getting another reprint really soon, I cannot confirm or deny. I cannot. You know, regardless of that, regardless of what happens, down the road, in years to come, having booster boxes sealed of 1.0, or sealed cases even of 1.0, will be a very good investment. You can see here that a sealed case of is $1,300. That's 12 boxes, right? You know, that's roughly freaking $110-ish, $108 a box, which, if you think about it, is a lot of money, right? Let's go to something else, like Set 1.5. $813 for a case. It's not 1.0. We go at Great Legends, $700, which is super interesting to me that it's been going down. I thought that with BT7, I think it saw a little bit of a hype season because there were a lot of cards of BT4 that saw play in BT7. But besides that, no, it's just still $700. Oh, I guess if you go down here, though, it goes way up. But anyway, that's okay. Whatever. So you can buy ones for $700 plus shipping, which is cool. Battle of Omni sitting at 800, kind of going up in price. This is another one of those sets that's really hard to get right now, harder than other booster boxes. If you can find booster boxes of Set 5, for retail, I do definitely recommend picking them up because it is a good investment, I think. Omnimon is a big collectible favorite, just so you know. We've got Double Diamond here, also at $800. We have Classic Collection down the fucking drain at $522. I think that it's because this set was so massively printed compared to other things, and the card, like the actual number of cards in the set is much lower. A lot easier to pull what you want in the set. People bought less boxes, so there's more out there right now. However, I do think that down the road, having sealed product of this set will be a good investment. I still have some boxes for that reason. Why did I bring up Set 1 twice? I'm a fucking moron. That's fine. Next Adventure, $700. That's the set that's currently out right now. And you guys can see the little pattern here, right? It's just been going down, down, down. So, you know, I can't speak for the other sets and, you know, Set 1.5, Set 4, this set 6. I can't speak for those. They'll probably follow the rule of if sealed, hold, and eventually gain value. But if you want really safe investments, in my opinion, grab Set 1.0, grab Battle of Omni, and grab Classic Collection. I think you'll be rewarded with those over time. And you can see it already in Set 1.0. You can already see the value. It's already there. If you bought boxes for US retail back in the day, when they came out, you'd be plussing right now. That's just how it is. Obviously, hold these as long as possible, because the how longer you hold them, the more money you're going to get out of them. Hammer Evolution boxes. I have not covered these in a hot minute, but these really haven't been reprinted, and they've slowly been climbing. It's super interesting that they've been climbing, because, again, these World Championship 21-21, these cards are reprinted, right? They were reprinted. Is it going to be a big, heavy reprint, though, of these cards? 2021 Championship Finals Tamer Evolution Pack? I don't think so. I really don't think so. So I think still holding on to these sealed is still a good idea, and I think they will continue to go up over time if you hold these. Now, still sealed product. However, this is pre-sale sealed product. You can pre-buy right now the friggin' Ultimate Ancient Dragon decks and the Mastermon one, Technical Tactician, or whatever the hell they call that, by Gaming Cave, or MVP Sports, or Phantom Mitch, or Simply Unlucky. Do not buy these. Do not give in to the pre-sales. They will be freaking $10 to $15 when they're actually released. Do not buy these. Don't do it. This is crazy. Don't do it, please. And speaking of pre-sales, New Awakening pre-sales are up. Do not buy the pre-sales. Now, I understand people will be like, oh, but Mario, what about the Secret Raiders? And but Mario, Darwin one. Okay, alright. There are odd exceptions to the rule. However, if you compare set by set by set by set, over 90% of the cards, especially in Super Rare slots or less, regular arts have gone down in price every single time. It's just the odd alt art and the odd secret rare that has broken the rule. And you know what? There has to be exceptions to the rule, and that's fine. But $10 for Magnamon? Nah. Nah. Give it time. Armor Rush will be tier 1. Absolutely. And this falls for any super rare in the set as well. Give it time. Just give it time. Do not buy these right now. They were literally just listed. Do not buy these from Pro Play Games. Don't buy them. Don't buy them from anyone. At any time. Anywhere. Did you know Hammer Spark is $5 with shipping? Did you know that? And now you might think, okay, well that's the original one, right? Nah. This one's very close. 4 and a bit plus shipping. Or with shipping, sorry. They keep going up in price. They keep going up in price. Hammer Spark is not going away, guys. It's not going away. It's a little bit harder now to find all 4 starter decks. And it's definitely really hard to find the original blue starter decks. Sure, the reprint was nice. Hammer Sparks were $1. I hope you held on to them, or I hope you got some, because now this is crazy. And they're not even the max rarity ones. So look those up. Millenniumons, $4. This is a really good investment if you ask me, because Millenniumon does have a higher form as far as I'm aware. And as well as that's true, we know that it's going to come out at some point. So, you know, it might not be a bad idea to grab this one or the alternate art. Jet Sylphimon is going down steadily. Pre-release stamp, it's at $32 right now. I'm bringing it up because the future of this card is pretty volatile. Yellow Hybrid ceased play in BT8, and it also is doing well in BT9. And Jet Sylphy is still being played in multiples. 4 of. I don't think these are going to fall a whole lot lower than $31, to be perfectly honest with you. They are pre-release stamped cards. It does put them in a weird spot, and there's obviously going to be no more BT7 pre-releases. Do with that information as you will. Lucemon is $54. I'm bringing this up because Alt-Art Lucemon is $58. If you're a max rarity guy and you want your Lucemons, just pay the $4 more. Buy Alternate Lucemons. You'll be fine. Chaos Modes, $35 and going up. We are getting ever so close to that starter deck. The Mastermon one, you know what I mean. These are just going to keep soaring in price. I'm holding on to a bunch. I am not moving them until that starter deck comes out. And if you want to get ahead of the curve, they're going up, but buy them now. And speaking of things that are a little crazy right now, just a little crazy, this is absolutely insane. I completely forgot about this until I started talking about Lucemon Chaos Mode. This is nuts. It's BT1, which is part of the problem, and there were so many alternate arts in BT1, but even the regular rare Magna Andromon is like 30-something bucks US. And you know what the sad part is? they're gonna continue to go up in price. Absolutely, because it is gonna see play in that deck, and that deck is tier 1. It's doing very, very well. So yeah, it's a little too late, but you're really running out of time. You don't have a choice if you don't have them. Beostarmon is $52 alternate art. Hasn't really moved, and that's okay. I'm just bringing it up now because, again, when we get good 3 Musketeer support in the future again, or 7 cost option support in the future again, Beostar might see play again. And then if you do, you're going to wish you want to have the alt arts because they're going to show it in price. Vilemon from Event Pack 1, they are going down in price. I'm bringing this up because Event Pack 1 cards, as a whole, are all going down in price. Even Lord Nightmon, like even the War Greymon. I think Commandramon D Brigade is the only one that's retained any kind of notable value and hasn't dropped. I got these at Fest for $30 US, and they're still $30 US. But everything else was higher than that before that. Like freaking $50 Lord Nightmon, that's insane. You want to be careful with certain cards from Event Pack 1. The reason for that is because there's no more Event Pack 1. Well, there's very little Event Pack 1 on the horizon. Which means this Lord Nightmon, if we get Lord Nightmon support in the future, which we know we probably will, it's going to go up in price because it's max rarity. And this is a very strong card. I can't imagine how they'd like power creep this card up, making it completely bonkers. That's besides the point. Now I'm rambling. But make sure you have your Lord Nightmons. They might not fall too much lower than this. This also might be a temporary little... People are trying to sell them off because they don't want them. Maybe because they think it's a dangerous card to hold on to. That's perfectly fine. Dan Devy's another one you might want to have in their back pocket just in case we get more support for Dan Devimon or Devimon support. The rest of these, D Brigade is always good to have. I don't see much value in anything else, to be honest. Yeah, it's probably... Just stick with that. Alt Art Susanos have been going down a lot. $36 is the cheapest, and they're probably going to keep going down for a while. Side note, hybrids will make a return. You know how they saw an impact in BT4, kind of took a break, saw another big impact in BT7? I truthfully believe we'll get more hybrid support. That's really good at some point in the future. And Alt Art Susanomon at that point in time will go up in price because it's just a big boss monster that you can splash in any of those decks. It's very, very difficult to deal with unless you're just playing it poorly. So, Alt Art Susanomon, wait for it to go down in price, but don't be surprised one day if hybrid support's announced it's really good and this card just explodes, because that's probably going to happen at some point. Dora Greymon, again, pre-release. X-Antibody deck is going to be really good in BT8, and this is the max rarity for this card. And again, same with Jet Sylphimon, there ain't no more BT7 pre-releases. If you want to get the max rarity pre-release stamped Dora Greymon, I think you should do it sooner rather than later. Nokia Box Topper, $25. They have fallen since the original buyout. They were approaching close to 40 originally, and then they just kind of went down, down, down. Now we're at 25. Do definitely recommend picking these up. They are a little bit lower. People have been fire selling them. I think they'll go through another spike period. And also don't forget that it's not just about BT8, right? Anytime we get good Greymon support, or good Gabumon support, or good Onimon support in the future, Alt Art Nokia is definitely a consideration and could go up in price. It's just one of those cards. And she's a waifu, let's be real. Next up, yep, Thunder Horizonmons are down. And they're going to continue to go down. Be very careful with this card. If you have them, you can probably sell them, to be honest, and probably buy them back for cheaper. But be careful with it. Black War Greymon Secret Rare. The alternate art is also to the moon, but this one is also going to the moon in anticipation of Greymon support. The black version of the deck can play this card and does it very well. Something to keep your eyeball on. Make sure you have them before it's too late. Patamon Store Championship, $15. Some guy attacked me in my comment section last time I wrote this up because I was like, it won't see any play. And of course I had to specify I won't see any play. I'm not literally meaning 0% play. But Patamon will, correct myself, will barely see play in BT8. And it's not going to be on the forefront of people's minds. Store Championship promos, again, do that thing where they're very, very unique in the sense that they may not be reprinted again. So this might be max rated Patamon for this. You might want to make sure you have your copies. They might also go down a little bit. It's a tricky card, but that's the information on it anyway. Pulsemon. Do you think this Pulsemon is max rarity because of the stamp, or do you think the Altart pre-release one is max rarity because of the stamp? I don't think this one's max rarity, but I wanted to bring it up because it is 15 bucks and going up. We'll see play here and there throughout time because it's a really good card. I don't think you should grab him right now, but, you know, I wanted to bring it up just to keep your eyeball on it. Paildramon is $10. I'm bringing this one up because Imperial support is also on the horizon, and some decks did play copies of this Paildramon. It might be good to have, as well as all your Altar Future Imperial stuff. We'll talk about that every video. This is this video's example of that. Finally, Craniamon. I'm bringing this up because Altar Craniamon is going down in price. It's been going down in price. It's been seeing less and less play. However, it's a Royal Knight, and it does have a Craniamon X. Something that could come out in the future that causes this card to go up in price. Just keep your eyeball on it. That's all we got for this week's Market Watch. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you like whatever I covered? Did I cover everything? Did I miss anything? Let me know, guys. See ya.